The upcoming clash between Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford has stirred a tidal wave of excitement. Thoughts on the have weighed in on the potential outcome of this epic showdown.
The best fighter I fought probably was Manny Pacquiao, because of his movement.
But you made it look easy.
But he's a hell of a fighter, and I can see why he won so many fights, and I can see why he's going down as a Hall of Famer. It's just certain moves that he made.
And a vocal critic of Pacquiao, he has accused Pacquiao of being a cherry picker and has downplayed his accomplishments. However, in this interview, Mayweather seemed to have a newfound respect for Pacquiao, calling him a warrior and a true legend of the sport. Despite his newfound respect for Pacquiao, Mayweather still believes that he is the better boxer. He pointed to his undefeated record and his dominance over the welterweight division as evidence of his superiority. However, he also admitted that Pacquiao had his number in their 2015 fight, that he would be a tough opponent for any boxer. When asked about Crawford's chances of defeating Pacquiao, Mayweather was unequivocal in his assessment. Crawford is a good fighter, he said, but he's not on Pacquiao's level. Mayweather went on to say that Crawford's style would be no match for Pacquiao's power and speed. Mayweather's comments are sure to stir up controversy, especially among Crawford's supporters. However, Mayweather's opinion carries significant weight in the boxing world, and his endorsement of Pacquiao could give the Filipino icon a much-needed boost heading into the fight.
And to be able to have an opportunity like that to spar 250 rounds with one of the greatest of all time. I mean, he won world titles in what, 8 divisions?
8 divisions, 13 or 14 world titles.
Crazy.
It will never be done again.
Crazy.
And as much as you want to see records broken, and I want to break records, that man is a one of one.
He's a one of one. I mean, when he knocked down Thurman in that fight, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's 40 years old and still can crack and still as fast as lightning.
In a recent interview, Australian boxer George Kambosos Jr. shared his thoughts on the upcoming showdown between Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford. Kambosos, who is the current unified lightweight champion, is a fan of both fighters, but has come out in support of Pacquiao. Kambosos believes that Pacquiao's experience, power, and adaptability will be too much for Crawford to handle. He pointed to Pacquiao's victories over Mayweather, Marquez, and other top contenders as evidence of his greatness. Pacquiao is a legend of the sport, Kambosos said. He's faced the best and beaten them all. Crawford is a good fighter, but he's not on Pacquiao's level. Kambosos also believes that Pacquiao's fighting style will be a nightmare for Crawford. Pacquiao is a pressure fighter, he said. He likes to come forward and fight in close. Crawford is not used to that style of fighting. I think Pacquiao will break him down and stop him late in the fight. Kambosos' prediction is sure to stir up controversy, but it's a sentiment that is shared by many boxing fans and experts. Pacquiao is a proven champion with an incredible legacy, while Crawford is still relatively new to the welterweight division. Only time will tell who will emerge victorious in this highly anticipated clash, but one thing is for sure, it promises to be an epic showdown.
He dropped him with that right hook early in the first. You're like, oh,
it's like a right
shit.
jab.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. No, it was like he jumped in with the left and then followed by like a straight right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It's like, wow. He
But
went
that's
over
his
the
punch.
shoulder. Yep.
That's his punch.
Yep.
They were showing him hitting other fighters with it. The same thing. Well, boom, boom.
He has such a unique style. The leaping in,
What
firing
would
shots.
you have did if he came in with that shit on you?
Boom, boom, boom. Oh man. Nah, but I'd take my hat off to Pacquiao.
Despite being in his prime, undefeated welterweight champion Terence Crawford has made the decision to step into the ring for one final fight against boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. The announcement of this highly anticipated clash has sent shockwaves through the boxing world, with many wondering why Crawford, who has achieved so much in his career, would choose to risk it all in a bout with an aging icon. There are several reasons why Crawford might have made this decision. First, it is a chance for him to cement his legacy as one of the greatest boxers of all time. A victory over Pacquiao would undoubtedly solidify his position among the sport's elite. Second, Crawford has always been a fan of Pacquiao, and he sees this fight as an opportunity to pay homage to his idol. He has a spirit, and he believes that facing him in the ring would be a dream come true. Third, Crawford is also a businessman, and he recognizes the financial potential of this fight. A Pacquiao-Crawford showdown is sure to generate massive interest and generate significant revenue. However, there are also risks involved in this fight. Crawford is giving up his undefeated record and putting his career on the line against an opponent who is still a formidable force in the ring. He is also taking on a larger-than-life figure who is still very popular among boxing fans. Despite the risks, Crawford is confident in his ability to defeat Pacquiao. He believes that his superior technical skills and fighting IQ will give him the edge in the fight. Crawford has also stated that he is not afraid of Pacquiao's power or his experience.
What's harder, to be 50-0 or to be 8 division champion? 8 division, I think so too. Because 50-0, you could be 50-0 if you have the right promoter and then pick the right opponents. You could be 50-0 and not become a world champion. Yeah, exactly.
Who's that guy from Thailand? He's 52-0 and we don't know his name. I don't know his name. I wouldn't know him if he walked in the gym right now.
It's almost impossible. It's so hard to become a world champion.
Period. One world champion. And defending it.
And then for 8 divisions, it's almost impossible. Honestly, I think it's impossible now. If Pacquiao did it, but it's impossible to be an 8 division champion.
Garcia, a widely respected boxing coach and the trainer of Filipino boxing icon Manny Pacquiao, has expressed his belief that Pacquiao is nearly impossible to beat. Garcia, who has worked with Pacquiao since 2018, has witnessed firsthand the Filipino boxer's remarkable skills, unwavering determination, and ability to adapt to any opponent. Garcia believes that Pacquiao's explosive power, lightning-fast combinations, and relentless aggression make him a formidable opponent for any fighter. He also points to Pacquiao's experience and adaptability as key factors in his success. Pacquiao is a complete fighter, Garcia said. He has power, speed, technique, and a great chin. He can adapt to any style and find a way to win. Garcia's assessment is backed by Pacquiao's impressive career accomplishments. The Filipino boxer has held world titles in 8 different weight classes, becoming the only 8-division champion in the history of boxing. He has also defeated some of the greatest boxers of all time, including Oscar de la Hoya, Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Despite his belief in Pacquiao's greatness, Garcia acknowledges that no boxer is invincible. He recognizes that any fighter can be beaten on a given night, and he is always preparing for the possibility of an upset. Anything can happen in boxing, Garcia said. I think Pacquiao is the hardest fighter to beat in the world. Only time will tell if Garcia's prediction will come true. However, one thing is for sure. Pacquiao's legacy as one of the greatest boxers of all time is already secure.
What boxer or boxers have influenced you the most and why?
That's good, man. A lot of the boxers that really influenced me were like, back in my heyday, early 2000s. Because I grew up watching boxing. Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales. But the one that really took it all, man, is Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, to me, he's the greatest of all time. 8-division champ. Is not the Floyd Mayweather undefeated, the guy that protected his record, the guy that was padded. Yeah, great defense. He's one of the greats. But numbers don't lie. And I want that Manny Pacquiao. I've taken that influence from him of becoming, a 3-division champ in the UFC. And he's a big inspiration for me in combat sports. So if there's one guy that I could really say, I'm just like, man, he's the greatest of all time, the best of the best, the cream of the crop, it's Manny Pacquiao.
Former UFC flyweight and bantamweight champion Henry Cejudo has expressed his admiration for legendary Filipino boxer Manny Pacquiao, calling him the greatest of all time, GOAT, in boxing. Cejudo, who is known for his outspoken personality and love for combat sports, has been a vocal supporter of Pacquiao for many years. Pacquiao is a legend, Cejudo said in a recent interview. He's done it all. He's fought the best of the best and beaten them all. He's the GOAT of boxing, no doubt about it. Cejudo credits Pacquiao's success to his unwavering determination, explosive power, and ability to adapt to any opponent. He also admires Pacquiao's work ethic and dedication to the sport. Pacquiao is a true warrior, Cejudo said. He's always ready to fight. He's never afraid of anyone. He's the epitome of what it means to be a champion. Cejudo's comments are sure to generate some debate among boxing fans, as there is no consensus on who the greatest boxer of all time is. However, there is no doubt that Pacquiao is one of the most accomplished boxers in history. He has held world titles in 8 different weight classes, defeating some of the greatest fighters of all time.
There's no way you're going to get in the ring with a vicious puncher, an off-rhythm style like Manny Pacquiao, the explosiveness and the grit that Manny has, and beat him unless you're a high-class world champion level boxer. There is no way anyone in mixed martial arts could get in there with Pacquiao and give him a run for his money. I predict, hopefully it happens so Pacquiao can make a boatload of money and Conor can make a boatload of money, but Pacquiao is knocking him out much sooner than what Floyd did for sure, because Floyd carried him. Manny Pacquiao is a monster. He looked for the knockout. You seen that in the fight with Thurman by getting the first round. He dropped Thurman in the first round. If he gets on Conor and hurts him, he's gonna finish him early.